So this I can't. This is by DerekFDB, Goofy Horror Movies. There have been some horror movies that were supposed to be horror movies that were, in my opinion, comedies. But I wonder if that's what he's getting into today. Yo, this opening like thumbnail costume thing is wild, bro. With the Pennywise. But this looks like it's gonna be enjoyable. This looks like it's gonna be fun. Before we dive in, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you love the Smooth Squad family, ring the notification bell so you don't miss another content. Also, subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/tearsmooth, if you want to see uncut, full reactions to everything, as well as earlier than everybody else, so you can stay in on the loop of smooth content. We gonna get that right. We gonna figure out an intro. But I ain't gonna waste no more of your time. Let's hop into the video.
It's goofy awe. It's really, really goofy awe. Why is it so awe goofy?
Growing up, I hated horror movies. And it wasn't because they scared me. Don't get it twisted. It was because I was too mature. I would have much rather watched while I wasn't. But as I grew up, I started giving horror movies a little more of a chance.
Bro.
But the more I watched, the more I realized there's a lot of not scary movies.
Yeah.
One could even say there's a lot of goofy movies. Like, we can start with Thanksgiving. It's literally a movie about a turkey named Turkey that kills people. Nuts, tits. Can't make this.
That's a
Then we
real
have Jack
movie?
Frost, the Killer Snowman, whose movies are pretty much just the Chucky movies, just a lot worse. And instead of being a killer doll, he's Olaf's cousin. And you can't be a ripoff of the Chucky movies without having a kid main character. But instead of having Andy, we got this kid. You'll never be Andy. This movie has a lot of issues. There's the terrible POV kills, the fact that we never see the snowman actually move, and the characters in this movie are really stupid. We can analyze a random scene. After getting into an argument with his daughter, who also happens to be the girl from the Scary Movie.
Nice.
One of the random side characters goes outside for a smoke. While he's out there, he starts hearing voices, and instead of going back inside like a regular human, he starts investigating like he's the freaking mystery game. Me personally, call me crazy, but I would just assume it's a snowman. And after that, all you gotta do is just lay out some salt and call it a night. But since Brody over here wanted to keep investigating, he ended up getting a whole axe shoved down his throat. That's another thing that gets a little annoying about this movie. There are so many
puns.
one-liners.
Can see your house from up here. Yellow snow. I'm a Picasso.
I think it's funny. It's really not. It's not funny at all, bro.
Honestly, I think the worst part of this movie is the fact that Jackson.
Get that man out of here, bro.
Aside from Killer Turkey and Snowman, we also had Killer Clowns.
This one I've heard of.
Just expect goofiness. So this one night, this couple is doing what couples do when they see a huge ball of light crash in the distance. What do that could be? So it's all
I've heard of it, but I've never
like
watched it.
Snap! It's a circus tent, and oh snap! Now the dog's gone. So the old man starts throwing a tantrum because his dog got stolen. But hey, here's someone to cheer him on. It's one of the very terrifying clowns. His name is.
Yeah, that looks horrifying, bro.
Our main characters, Mike and Debbie, also find it
What?
and go in to explore it. And it really does look like it was made by clowns. They got the popcorn, they got the cotton candy. And that's when they realize this circus tent is not a circus tent at all. It's a spaceship.
Oh,
then,
shit.
They drop something, they get caught by another clown, and then proceed to get hunted down by them. They even had a balloon dog to do all the sniffing for. I mean, I guess you could call him a balloon hound.
Get your man, man.
So Debbie and Mike end up escaping, sadly having to kill Balloon Hound in the process. And now the clowns are ready to start start strolling into town. And while we have some time, I'll go over all the clown names. We got Jumbo, Fatso, Rudy, Shorty, Spiky, and Slim.
Well, they all look like.
And our main characters are now trying to convince the cops that killer clowns from outer space are real.
Killer clown.
They're like some crash outs.
We barely got away.
And Officer Douche over here didn't want to believe them.
Killer clowns. Outer space.
I mean, I probably wouldn't.
I wouldn't believe. Yo, was that the dude from?
Debbie, so the office.
Yo, I'm remembering a lot of these characters. Like she was in the Ninja Turtles. It looked like. Oh boy, looked like he was from the Water Boy. It probably isn't, but.
And unfortunately for Debbie, she had a few bits of.
What does the popcorn? What does that do?
He's back at the precinct looking for guns, and he sees the most disturbing. clowns
No.
with titties. Jumbo turned the douche from earlier into a human talking dummy. Jumbo got him in the previous one. He was already on that EDP time earlier. Now he's doing this. Dave shoots the clown in the nose because they're clowns. Duh. And Jumbo turns into a Beyblade and explodes. Now we know how to kill them. Cut back to Dev.
Nigga said a Beyblade.
And it's the popcorn monsters.
Oh, okay.
So while all this stuff was happening, Mike was on the way to Debbie with the two ice cream guys from the start of the movie. But by the time Mike got there, it was too late. Debbie had already been put into a balloon and kidnapped by the clowns. Don't know why they didn't just kill her.
Bro, what type? Yeah, what type of movie?
Now Dave, Mike, and the ice
The
cream guys
effects.
team up to go save Debbie. So they find the tent, immediately go in, and immediately got split up.
I kinda wanna watch
They
this.
to a ball pit where they had two female clowns with, I told y'all, boobs that never stopped growing, just staring at them. So we're back with Mike and Dave, and they discover that the cotton candy that people get turned into is actually used as a food source for the clowns. So after that, they find
That's
Debbie in
crazy.
one of the big balloons, shoot her out of it, and I guess just leave without freeing everybody else.
Yeah, what about the other people, bro?
So some clowns hit a gunshot, and that's when we get this huge goose chase of our main characters running from the clowns through all these wacky looking rooms. We even see a few more clowns die, and some more balloon hounds. The chase ends in this huge room where a bunch of clowns are waiting for our main characters. And right when it looks like it's the end, the ice cream bros come crashing through the walls and save our friends. You're wondering how they escaped the female clowns. They're covered in clown kisses. Use your imagination. And since all the relevant characters are here now, that's when we get the reveal of this huge Godzilla clown. Like, how tall is that? Like 20 feet? And my boy ain't waste no time. He instantly crushed the ice cream truck. Never
Damn.
ceased to go for the kill on Dave while everyone else escapes. And just to add a little more tension to the situation, the spaceship.
That boy yeeted the car.
No hope for Dave. Now as Dave's about to get eaten, he remembers he's a cop, so he uses his badge to pop the huge Godzilla clown's nose. Clownzilla goes Beyblade and explodes, in turn destroying the whole spaceship. But luckily everybody's fine. I guess falling hundreds of feet in a clown car can't kill you. The goofiest part of the movie by
What?
far is the fact that Mike allowed Dave to kiss the back of his girl's head. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Hold on
it's time
now.
for the goofiest of goofy movies, in my opinion. But before that, honorable mention. First honorable mention we have is Leprechaun. It's about what do you
Whoa,
think? Another honorable
whoa.
mention is
Them, some of the movies is good.
the movie's stupid as a whole, but the most annoying part is how did they get the boat out of Camp Crystal Lake? There's no river attached to the lake. And now, for real this time, most goofy movie, in my opinion, of course.
They're not wrong.
Is Halloween Kills. Look, this movie was amazing, but it does have its goofy moments.
That's true.
So the movie starts back where we were last week. If you didn't watch it, I'm not explaining. Here's it. Turns out Officer Hawkins is still alive. Because I guess getting stabbed in the neck and run over can't kill you when you have claw. Then we get a flag all the way back to 1978.
No, but for real, though.
Came out. And when Michael Myers was on the news, we see young Officer Hawkins on Michael's tail displaying his
Bro.
stormtrooper aim as Michael walks away. So disrespectful. After that,
Briskly.
Officer Hawkins and his partner, Officer McCabe, track Michael back down to his childhood home. And while they're in there looking for Michael, Officer McCabe decides to walk into the room where Michael got his first kill, aka his sister. And he decides to stand in the same spot where Michael used to stand.
I had a feeling. You're nothing exciting to bring.
Yo, this nigga. Yo, I swear to God, I was about to say that
Officer Hawkins
nigga. I be forgetting how quick he came in.
Fire, ends up taking out.
Ooh.
So Michael's like, damn, dude just stole my kill. So he just
Right.
leaves. Then we get another display of stormtrooper aim, and Michael gets arrested. Back to the present day, which is 2018.
Yo, take his badge out of here, bro.
From the original, the 1987 version. And some are even played by the same actors.
Nice.
But all these side characters are the reason the movie's so goofy. Like, there's this one scene where they have J.R. Smith, Game 1 of the 2018 NBA Finals, levels of decision. But that's for later. Anyway, we see Michael escape the burning house from the last one.
I feel like I know where he's in the movies he's talking about.
Because some actually lovable characters. It's an old couple that lives next to Lori. Come back to the bar where everybody's now finding out that
Yep.
Michael Myers is fake. And that's when
Yep.
the doctor couple discovers someone's been hiding in their car. And it's not Michael. It's one of the guys that escaped from the prison bus with Michael. It's not
Yep.
actually Michael. But after this, that's when the stupidity commences. So everyone from the bar splits up into groups to go hunt who they believe is Michael Myers. But as the first group will soon learn, the real Michael ain't running from no fight. So
At
Dr.
all.
Michael, girl from the first movie, and lady from the first movie stop at a playground to go warn these kids about Michael. Very kind of them. But this is a horror movie. So when the girl from the first movie goes to talk with these two little, Michael comes back with a bloody knife and a bloody mask that belonged to their friend. Michael spots the people.
I
in the
forgot
car.
about that.
This is the scene I was talking about earlier. So a lady gets jump scared by Michael and decides to waste all her rounds in her pistol. Okay? Dr. Lady gets thrown out the car. There's guys pissing himself. Then Marion, that's her name, goes to shoot Michael, and guess what?
This is for Dr. Loomis.
No, but for real, bro.
But it didn't go so well. But wait, here's his wife to save the day, wasting every bullet in the clip, just like Marion. Except her last bullet goes straight to her head.
Literally.
But the last person left from group one
But-
is the girl from the first one, Lindsay. And she straight up slaps Michael with a bag of bricks. Obviously, Michael eats it. And he starts to choke her. And then she breaks the most important rule of the WWE. Never touch a wrestler's mask. So Michael gets all insecure, and Lindsay runs away, thankfully escaping Michael by hiding behind a tree. Back to the
So
hospital,
that-
we see Lori recovering from the last fight with Michael. A nurse throws in Officer Hopkins, and while he's there, Lori confesses her love. And he confesses that he saved Michael back in 1978. Turns out, he stopped Dr. Loomis, may he rest in peace, from killing Michael. And now he feels very guilty.
It's not your fault.
But I wonder if you were to do that, would the evil
You're right. It is.
transfer
Back to
into
group two, well,
another
and they come across the remains of group one. And they
host?
find
Like,
Lindsay.
nice.
And that's when Tommy, the boy from the first movie, vows to kill Michael. Okay, have the sheriff killing Michael. Back to Michael, he's paying a little visit to Big John and Little John. Couple
Oh,
of
no.
his old house. And they're probably the funniest people in this movie, but Michael doesn't care. Michael gets in through the back door, and as Big John is checking Michael's sister's room, wait, Michael's sister's room, Little John runs up to help Big John when he sees him missing his eyes. And he sees Michael back to looking out at his sister's room. Little John. Guess you could say. Yeah. Back to the hospital where everybody in town is looking like
Bruh.
might have even popped too. But they're convinced this 5-5
Bro,
to be
and they
six.
caused the whole whole riot, bro.
Sequence in the whole movie, and it's all his fault. Dude wants to be a hero so bad, but bro, you're a side character. You're just here to die, be useless, or be comedic relief. Cause main character isn't the one.
Nice.
Anyway, it's all led to this dude jumping off the building, sadly. I don't know why the mom didn't just stay in the room with him, but whatever. Then Tommy has the audacity to say,
He's always worn a mask. How do we know it's not him?
so at this point in the movie, everybody in town realizes that Michael is trying
If he always wears a mask, I don't think he would go around
his dad were already at
not
His
killing.
dad goes in first. I guess
Without
he
a
has a better
mask,
chance
like-
than those 11 firefighters did earlier. I would have just stayed inside and called the cops. But it's fine. So he goes in. The kids hear gunshots, so they immediately go in after him. They find Big John and Little John, and then they also find the dad.
Man, I'm dead.
And guess who's next? The boyfriend. So as Michael's killing the boyfriend, Allison pulls up trying to one-pump Michael, but fails. He throws her down the stairs. Her leg breaks. He executes the boyfriend. And as Michael's about to finish off Allison, her mom comes through, stabs Michael, and takes his mask. As we all know, Michael's an insecure boy, so he chases after him. But when he finds his mask, Michael realizes
It's a trap.
because the whole town is here, they're not looking too happy. I mean the whole town. There's even a lady with a freaking clothing iron.
Yo, they were trying to get their get back. He said, "Alright, done."
Did I say final battle? I meant like final battle for that, not for him.
Let's do this
Michael
then.
Myers is immortal. So as Michael was getting jumped, we learned from Lori and Officer Hawkins.
Man's they
Michael
got
was
shot.
punished.
Man's they got beat up.
He can't die. So immortal Michael kills everyone, and we finally get the scene we were waiting for. At the end of the movie, we see Karen and Allison back at the house. They don't know that Michael's
Yo.
still alive. And Karen goes into Michael's sister. I think we all know what happens now.
Yep.
So yeah, that was all the movies I can really think about right now. And I think that's the goofiest it's gonna get. The only thing goofier I can do.
I mean, yeah, I guess
Never gonna.
there were some plot holes or things that left questions for me after watching that film. For sure. That's tricky because like there's a trend and I hate it, but it's kind of true unless you were like the OG cast through and through, trying to have OG characters come back and mix it with new characters it's never gonna work how you expect. And everybody's more knowing / wanting Laura to go out there and give a fight to finish what she just tried to do, essentially. A buddy who riled up the city, not disagreeing or agreeing with you, but he was a character that I did not enjoy. Genuinely, I give you that one, man. When he's talking to himself like, I'm gonna get you, man. I'm gonna get you, and he's it's one of those things where, like, if you guys have watched, just to put it into a comparison, a show on Netflix called Lock and Key, at least the first season, there was something that I had a ongoing issue with throughout watching it. While I deemed the show amazing in terms of its plot and story, like, telling through and through, there's certain acting and like one-liners that were a part of that show kind of threw it off a little bit for me. Didn't really like destroy the show or my overall likeness to it. It just kind of took me out a little bit here and there whenever certain things did arise. That was kind of cringe. But in this sense here, yeah, I can kind of see like why Halloween didn't work. In a sense, it was a great movie, like you said, 100%. I loved it. I would go back and watch it. But there are some corny lines in there. Like, let's be real. And I wouldn't necessarily call it a goof. I don't know, because there was some stupid ass decisions in that movie, bro. I don't know. Leave that in the comments and let me know what you guys thought. This was enjoyable. Thank you guys so much. Tear Smooth. Out.
I'm gonna need you to subscribe, my nigga.